Hey y'all, it's Pooch from #2time. I forgot what I had to say. Hold on.
Wait, why are you?
Oh, and you're listening.
You're cutting in and out. Like, are you getting that too, Tay?
Are you? It sounds like you have a blanket over the mic.
Maybe it's your beard. Is your beard like covering the mic?
I'll just do not AirPods. I'm gonna do my Xbox headset. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's super
audio.
clear. Oh my gosh, game changer. Pooch, it's like you're in my living room.
Hey everyone, it's Pooch from #2time, and you are watching and or listening to the Official League podcast. Bang!
Welcome to the Bands Make Her Dance Fantasy Football League podcast with your hosts, Taylor LaPrairie and Joe LaFever.
What's up, guys? Welcome in to the Official League podcast, coming to you Thursday, October 14th, 2021, episode 26. Your hosts, Joe LaFever, Taylor LaPrairie. Tay, thanks for holding it down last week. I'm bummed I missed episode 25, man.
I know it was a big anniversary moment, a big milestone for us. But
is that the because like what's the wedding anniversaries? Isn't it like 25 is bronze and like 40 is silver and then 50 is gold? Is that what it is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You spent our podiversary with Thomas. I did listen to the show, fantastic show, and I wasn't able to defend myself from Thomas's slander. But oh well.
It was good to finally have some anti-Joe-ness.
Yeah, some
here.
real fantasy advice too.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, we have more real fantasy advice today as well, joined by special guest, Punan. Look at him over there. Just look at that face. How's
He looks
it going,
like
dude.
He looks like an
Look at you.
offensive
coordinator right now. He looks like OC Batari with his Xbox mic headset and everything.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's a professional headset. You know.
Are you applying for OC jobs right now?
Not with the way my team's looking. Nah.
Fair enough.
I could apply for defensive coordinator positions where I go into the opposing team's locker room, make them think I'm working with them, and then really double agent, you know.
A little reverse psychology.
Sucks. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. All right. I feel that. Well, boys,
Yep.
lots to get into today. News as always. We had quite a few trades this last week. Finally, some fun things to talk about there. Of course, we'll hit on last week's matchups in this coming week's matchup, including a big rivalry game between two of the three hosts today. Hint, hint. And yeah, lots of stuff. Pooch, I can't. For some reason, you look like I can't tell if you're wearing a fuzzy coat or something.
Dude, okay, I'm glad you brought this up, because my sister's bought this for me. It's a Sherpa, which I'm basically a Sherpa.
Let's go.
And when I wear this, if I zip it up enough, you can't tell where my beard ends.
Well, and that's
where the Sherpa
that's why I
begins.
had to comment on this, because right now it kind of looks like you're the vultures with the furry body and then this bald head. That's kind of what it looks like over there.
Thank you. Yeah. I got LeBron going.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't worry, I'm coming too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Hey, I learned from the best.
Taylor's hairline isn't receding except for his beard line. His beard's gone.
Well, Taylor next week has to start filming the next season of Breaking Bad, so he can't really. Well, what are we doing?
He needs
Suits?
the beard.
What are you
for
starring
it, so
in?
He kind of lost it, but I'm disappointed to see it go, Tay.
Yeah, it just was annoying me. It was. I was like, I bought a trimmer and I was doing that, and it was just I also don't like playing with it, and I play a fair amount during the school day, so I don't like playing with it. I don't know, Pujan, does it bother you? Joe, does it bother you having the beard and the mustache?
I think it's the mouthpiece size for me. It doesn't I've noticed this little indent right over here, but it doesn't really mess with much.
So
I also don't let the mustache get too long.
Right, that's my thing. I have to have the mustache short, trimmer short.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't play.
Yeah,
but I also think
I have It's a smaller mouthpiece. I'm
right,
fine.
exactly, yeah. So and my mouthpiece like covers my entire face, so it's a different.
Yeah, I got it right in the sweet spot. So
Yeah, beautiful.
You can ask Thomas about that. He's always rocking the stash.
Oh, yes.
He's got that nice. Yeah,
Thomas with the Spanish conquistador.
Exactly. That's I was trying to find the right way to say it, and you nailed it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you gotta love it. All right,
Can you
boys.
give me another beer, please?
What are we sipping on tonight, Pooj? What do you got for us?
Well, speaking of our conquistador,
Look at this
in
transition.
honor of
Look at this
Thomas-
transition here.
Yeah, you really did.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Good job, baby. All right, so we got Thomas is shout out to Thomas, by the way. He's not going to win the league really ever, so we got to give him some type of award. So this is going to be his award, Husband of the Year. Okay, while his wife is moving into an entirely new home, Thomas is out doing fun drum corps stuff, because he doesn't care. So I helped Amber move along with Allie and Rachel Shaughnessy. We all helped her move, and Thomas, you're actually a great guy. Gifted me, the Vieira's gifted me this mammoth right here.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. It's almost done because it's been quite a school year. And so that's what we're rocking. We're rocking some mammoth today.
Thomas is the official sommelier of the league.
Dude,
he holds that
you
title.
need to let me have a couple minutes to talk about the draft at some point.
Oh, yes, we will definitely get into it. Taylor, what do you got for us?
I am drinking. Evan, I actually went to the store and bought more beer. You'd be proud of me. But I'm drinking this Blue Owl Brewing. It is called Plum de Plume. But it's just plum and then plum with another E. It's a plum jam and orange marmalade sour. And it is one of the most flavorful
That sounds good.
drinks I've ever had. I'm actually turning into kind of a sour guy. Like the flavor.
Well, you've always been sour.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been one of the most sour guys I know.
Okay, noted. No.
Gotcha, baby.
No, I've been really getting into the sours. I've been I don't know. I've kind of gone through phases. I started off with I needed to have something totally light, blondes only, and then I went right into stouts, which I felt was kind of a weird transition. And now I'm starting to evening back out. I've gone past the ambers and everything like that. I'm just heading right to the sours. It's been good.
See,
IPAs will have to be next for me. I still can't do those. Too heavy.
I cannot. The thing with sours for me is they're good for the first third of the pint, and then it's just too much for me, and I can't. I don't know. I just can't do it. So I commend you for that, brother. I need to get into more sours. I'm drinking an IPA, double dry hop Citra IPA over here from St. Louis. 6 Mile Bridge, pretty good. I think I've had this on the pod.
I was gonna say this is a repeat. Evan, if you're gonna get after anybody now, it's gotta be Joe.
Well, I will say this is the last one. So next week we'll have some new brews coming your way for to celebrate hopefully to celebrate a victory, because boy do I need one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's jump into some news.
News from around the league.
Okay, more injuries as per always, but some big ones this weekend. Clyde is on the IR.
Brutal.
So brutal. I don't know if you saw that injury, but it did not look good. It came out better than it looked. It looked pretty nasty when it happened. So that was pretty rough. Joe Burrow went to the hospital after the game for a possible throat contusion. He's fine. He's probably going to play. The big one here we got to talk about, Saquon, though. Out 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury. It's not a serious ankle sprain, but it's still 2 to 4 weeks. And also the entire Giants offense, Daniel Jones, Kenny G, Kadarius Toney, everyone just kind of took a beating. So I think those other guys, those last few names I mentioned, are likely to play. Saquon didn't practice today, not surprisingly, and I don't think he's going to be out there this weekend.
Let's hope for the 4 weeks side of things, not 2. Because
you just picked up his backup, which is
spent a lot of dough on him.
Right. Arizona Cardinals tight end Max Williams suffered a lower right leg injury. Obviously, no one was starting him, but I think it is significant for the other pass catchers in Arizona. Something to look out for. Juju's done for the season. He had shoulder surgery. He's done. So that takes another weapon out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not that they're using them right anyway, but little jab at you, Marshall. I know you're listening. Curtis Samuel dealing with a groin issue. Ouch. Not great. And then I think that's pretty much it from fantasy relevance. Damian Harris exited with some rib issues. Quintez Cephas, shoulder injury for the Lions. Not that anyone was starting him, but maybe that opens the door up for someone to start someone else. Something to keep an eye on. And I think that's pretty much it. We still got, David Montgomery's on the IR too. CMC is hopefully coming back. Please, I need him bad. I know Pooj is shaking his head over there for obvious reasons. But, yeah, everyone's getting injured. I mean, it always happens every year, but, it always surprises me, all these big names. I don't know.
Remember that injury Mageddon last year?
Oh,
that was brutal.
Probably one of our best episodes, if I'm being honest. Of course, every episode is one of our best episodes. Okay, we've got some trades to talk about. We have 3 trades that happened this week. One happened right after the pod last week, and then the other 2 this weekend and the past couple days here. So going back to last Thursday, the Teddy Brewskis traded Chase Claypool to Dak Chubb for Javonte Williams. I needed a running back, so that happened. Now Claypool
you gotta feel real dirty about that one. You just put on a shirt and then you just it's actually all sweaty. I actually ran in this last week and it hasn't been washed. That's got to feel so dirty to you right now. Claypool.
Look, I will say this because this was before the Juju injury, and before the Juju injury, I was like, this is the right move. As you know, Taylor, we talked about this all offseason. I am a believer in Javonte Williams. And I think the second half of the year, he's going to be the dude, and he's a league-winning type of running back, so that's why I went after him. And I wanted out of the Steelers' offense, and I tried to capitalize off of the top, the good Claypool game. Now that Juju's gone, it's a different situation, and I think Claypool's a good option. So a little bummed about that, but
okay. Can I just really quick read to you from week 1 to now his opportunities with the Broncos? 14 carries, 13, 12, 7, 8.
Oh, I'm
going
aware.
Down and down and down.
Yeah, but if you look at the total running back splits. That's because they were in different game scripts, different things. So I'm confident in Javonte. I know you aren't, Taylor, but we've talked about this for a very long time. Don't worry. It's gonna be great when I beat you with Javonte.
Whoa!
Didn't I just beat you? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did with Javonte.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We're coming back for the rematch. All right, let's talk about this trade. This is the biggest one that happened so far. Hyde and Zeke trades Jamar Chase, Gio Bernard, Tom Brady, and Michael Carter to Urban Meyer's marriage for Miles Sanders and Stephon Diggs. Thoughts?
I have thoughts. I'm here to defend Derek from any potential fallback and or hate. Derek tells me, and this is about 40 minutes ago on Xbox Party. I had to hop on real quick, chat with the boys, using this headset. He's like, hey, I need you to get my back because this may look bad, but I want you to know that Tim offered Tom Brady straight up for Diggs. And I was like, what is that? So, Tim, you need to check yourself because the disrespect is unbelievable.
Disrespect
then Derek
towards who?
does some counter offer, and then Tim offered the trade that you see. It wasn't Derek. So I'm just putting that out there, okay?
So hold on a second.
Get my man's back.
Hold on a second. You think Diggs and Brady is less fair than what ended up happening?
No, I'm not saying that. But, oh no. Oh, no. My Zoom is saying it needs to... Can I just cancel this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're good. I just canceled an update. I think we're okay.
Look,
I'm saying that what Tim offered was just blasphemous in the first place of Brady for Diggs. I don't think that's good.
No.
For Derek. Okay?
No.
But then he was also the one. Derek made some counteroffer, and then Tim made this. This trade that happened was a Tim offer.
Right.
To be clear. Okay. Ready, get set, go. That's all I
mean, look, people are gonna rag on Stephon Diggs. This is a buy low opportunity for Diggs. I think he's still got top 5 in him for the rest of the year.
Me too.
So and Miles Sanders, I don't really I don't like the Philly backfield, but his opportunities have gone up. And if I'm being honest, I'm throwing Michael Carter and Gio out of this equation. I mean, those feel like two throwaway pieces to me. Maybe Michael Carter has a shot to be like a low-end flex play. Gio's nothing to me. So
don't tell Derek because he's got him in the RB1 slot right now.
Jamar Chase, obviously, and Tom Brady. I love the Tom Brady move. I tried to trade for Tom Brady and deal Kyler because Tom Brady's been amazing. And then Jamar Chase, yeah, it depends on if you buy into. I mean, this is a sell high moment for Tim, and he went after Diggs, and I don't like people. I know Thomas texted me after this trade. I had a lot of people were blowing up in the group chat like. I don't know that it's like as unfair as people think. I do think Derek won the trade, but I don't think that it's like because Thomas was like, dude, you got to stop this. I was like, if there's no collusion, I can't do anything about it.
Oh no.
So I don't know, Taylor. What do you think?
Word.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I want to bring attention to what time we are on the podcast, so you know that you have to do some edits here, Joe. But this trade is like total bull.
Oops.
It is ridiculous. Like, you guys are sitting here talking about throwaway Michael Carter. What are you talking about? Miles Sanders is the RB30, okay? And Michael Carter is the RB37. There is a difference of less than 7 total fantasy points on the year. They are very, very similar. The top 2 players in this trade are on the side that Derek received. Okay? The best player in this trade is Tom Brady. The second best player is Jamar Chase. And he's trading him for Stephon Diggs. I don't understand how this in any way evens out. Giovanni Bernard, I would understand. That one's a little bit more of a throwaway. But, like, you're talking about, like, Javonte Williams. And, like, they're all, like, kind of in the same tier. I mean, Javonte Williams is the RB33 right in between those two. Like, Michael Carter,
My thing. Okay, sorry. Go ahead and finish.
Michael Carter has a future. The Jets' offense is getting going. He's starting to see the opportunity. There's a future there. Tom Brady is the QB1. The dude is dominant. Okay, and then Jamar Chase, he keeps getting these long balls, and he so far in the season has been way better than Stephon Diggs. Now I understand there's the potential with Stephon Diggs, but they're really not going to him. In, like, their biggest game offensively where they scored, like, one of the most amount of points is against Kansas City. He only has 8.9. He had 2 receptions. So they're figuring out ways to not use Stephon Diggs. So I know that he was amazing last year, but this is this year. And I think you said something about this earlier, Joe. Like, well, last year, Hollywood Brown was this and blah, blah, blah. It matters what's happening on this year. Stephon Diggs is not nearly as good. So this trade to me is totally bogus. You have the QB1 and a top 8 receiver being traded for the wide receiver 25. That's what I see going on here. And Michael Carter is on that other side. And Michael Carter, to me, is a viable asset.
So I'm not going to disagree with what you just said, but let me ask you this. Would you rather have Stephon Diggs or Jamar Chase the rest of the season?
Who would I rather have?
Yeah.
I would rather have...
That's my point, right? Like,
yeah, it's Diggs. It's
Diggs, right?
I think that they are like this.
Interesting. I would rather have Diggs.
I'm not there. Yeah.
They are they are way closer. Well, you have to respect the numbers here. It's not.
Oh, you're right about that. Yeah.
It is not Diggs like way over.
I know. I'm just saying, like, we've been talking about overperformers for a lot of it's week 5. Jamar Chase has what, 5-6 touchdowns?
Okay, so if you say that,
he's on
pace
for like 17 touchdowns, then, right? So that's what I'm saying, and it could happen. I'm just saying, rest of the season, Diggs or Jamar Chase.
If you say that, like, let's say Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and those are like really, really close, and then you have, let's say Miles Sanders, Michael Carter, and Gio Bernard really close, then you have this Tom Brady QB1 that's just sitting there on the outside. I just think this is totally lopsided.
Well, and that's why I'm saying, like, Derek won the trade, but I don't think it's like, 10 to 90, like, in favor of Derek. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's like, I think Derek won the trade, but I think we're putting a lot of emphasis on the early season numbers too. And so Derek won the trade for sure. I just think it's closer than what most people thought. And that's not saying I think it's like 60-40. Like, it's probably like 70-30. But like everyone else, it seemed like a lot of people were like 90-10 on it. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm 80-20 on it.
All right, fair enough.
I also got a text right before this where Thomas said, "You need to go after Tim." So I'm fighting for the both of us right now.
All right,
me and my ex co-host of last week.
I love it. We had one more trade happen yesterday. Look at my staffy traded Jerry Jeudy to the Teddy Brewskis for OBJ. Just a small little trade there. I think that's pretty much it in terms of trades this week. We had the big discussion about the big one, which we had to have. Let's talk about some waivers. We had some waivers run through. Some must-adds were added. Devontae Booker to yourself, Taylor. It's never too late here for $79. The next highest, this surprises me, the next highest bid was $40 by Kevin.
God, are you kidding me? I was hoping it would be at least in the high 50s. Dang
well,
it.
and you called me yesterday, and you were like, how much should I put on Devontae Booker? And I was like, if I had the money, I'd be putting like 70 on him.
Yeah, I was in the high 60s. You convinced me. I was like, well, and the biggest reason is because this week I have Alvin Kamara out and then Clyde's out. So, like, I have just Daryl Henderson. So I needed somebody, and right now I have Nyheim Hines.
That's the thing. You needed a start. You can pick up Devontae Booker and start. So
yeah. It's not a Deshaun Jackson. It's not a Devonta Freeman. So I'll have to live with it.
Come on, man.
Wow.
You know, my birthday was 2 days ago, and I got to shout him out right now. Happy birthday right now / yesterday to the people listening.
Oh, Kevin, that's right.
Kevin's birthday.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to pour one out for him right now, too.
There you go.
But, Kev, this one's for you, baby. All right? Happy birthday. Happy 26th. And, you know, I don't deserve this slander 2 days after my birthday, Taylor. Oops!
Ouch, that hurts, Tay. So, Urban Meyer's marriage, picking up Kadarius Toney for $36. I like this a lot. We also talked about this yesterday too, Taylor, and I think you know, with the current injuries in New York, Kadarius Toney is going to be a good play. And then once some of these other names come back, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, I still think like Kadarius Toney is going to be a thing. Maybe not as productive as he has been, but he's proven that he's talented enough to where the ball has to be in his hands. So.
It just depends on how many more fights he gets into and how many more people he tries to punch.
Yeah, punching someone with a helmet. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Daryl Williams, you also picked up Daryl Williams for $36. Buckaroos. You lost Clyde. You picked up Daryl.
Can you tell me, did anybody else even bid on Daryl Williams?
Yes, they did. So Urban Meyer's marriage put $31 on him. Hyde and Zeke did 30. That was on Devontae Booker. Yeah. So looks like Urban Meyer's marriage was right behind you at 31. I bid on him, but $3 because I don't have any money left. So, big tier. Let's see what else we got here. Look at my staffy picking up Marlon Mack for $20. Surprising. No one else bid on Marlon Mack, simply because he's still on the Colts, and the trade rumors to the Chiefs they're just rumors, and
it's brewing, and I could see why you would pick him up, but I still think he has Jerick McKinnon and Daryl Williams. That's
the thing. If
he's not a plug and play, he's immediately better. Like when they traded for Le'Veon Bell last year, it took Le'Veon Bell, who was like an MVP candidate almost with the Steelers. It took him a while to even be relevant. So.
Well, and the thing before Clyde got injured, it was an even three-way split between all three backs against Buffalo. I think that's going to be the norm from here on out, even when Clyde gets back, just because, this is second injury in 2 years, and it's tough.
I hate three-ways, splits.
Tough in the streets. Hyde and Zeke picking up Zach Ertz for $3. Like that start this week. Taylor, you're picking up your Skull Vikes for $2 to start them this weekend. They're playing, who are they playing this week?
Panthers.
Oh. I hope CMC plays.
It's better than the Patriots.
I hope CMC plays, baby.
The Patriots were projected -6 this week, so I needed to drop them.
Yeah, you don't want that. I picked up Khalil Herbert for $1. Collusion Kings picked up Taylor Heineke for $1 to replace Russell Wilson, who is... Oh, I forgot to mention him. Russell Wilson out till probably week 10. Injuries.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sucks. Collusion Kings also picked up the Bengals for $1 to play them this week. And, Pretty, who day? Who day and who dat? Do we know which came first? Bengals or Saints? This is a legit question because I actually don't know.
I don't know. Who day, dem boys. I don't know. What's the Lions thing? Like wearing a paper bag over your face?
No, it's One Pride. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, don't do him dirty like that.
I don't know. I was never a fan.
Golly. Just full of it tonight, Taylor.
Pujan, you gotten real quiet. Are you pissed? You mad at me because I brought
I'm
up
still
Deshaun
mad
Jackson?
at the Deshaun Jackson thing. Yeah, I'm sour like your beard.
That was a
That was just cold.
deep cut. All right,
Yeah.
let's get into some more deep cuts with some matchup recap.
Matchup recap.
All right. Heck of a week. Week 5. I can't believe week 5 is done. Pretty shocking. First game of the week, Teddy Bruschi's losing to It's Never Too Late, Taylor. 145.1 to 115.55.
Finally get a W here. Finally get a win against Joe's team.
It happened last year.
Did it really? Because I feel like I've gotten this huge monkey on my back.
Don't even pull this because you did the exact same reaction last year. I think you're purposely forgetting so you can do this same thing to me.
I'm really psyched.
I'm calling you out. You know what? We're going all in on Tay this week because I got to get you back for. And to my defense, I didn't have CMC.
Yeah. Well, also remember when you were trying to convince me preseason that Darnell Mooney was going to be like a top 30 receiver, getting 6 points in your flex.
You were more hot and bothered than about Darnell Mooney than me early on.
I didn't draft him in a single league, Joe.
Oh, I know, but you were hot and bothered about him early. I was secretly hoping he was just going to go off on you because that would have been fun. Second,
one thing though, I remember I opened up my fantasy app for the first time and I like was looking at it. I'm like, hey, I'm doing pretty well. And then I refreshed and immediately Antonio Brown hits like an 80-yard touchdown. And I was like, I immediately quit the app and didn't look at it for 3 hours. So
love it. Second game of the week, Hud and Zeke victorious over Dak Chubb Show, 154.5 to 138.2. Big win. I don't know if you guys watched that Ravens-Colts game, but Lamar Jackson basically won the matchup for Tim here. 46.3 fantasy points. I mean, that game was just insane. And he put the team on his back, put Tim's team on his back, and pulled out the dub. Tim's 3-2 now.
Yeah.
That's it? Nothing more, Pooch?
Yeah, I'm going to hold it. Go ahead.
All right. Next, we'll keep talking about you, though. Pooj, you took a tough loss to Kelsey, who went off 180.2 to 131.3. Kelsey getting the dub off of Justin Herbert's 46.8 fantasy point game. Devontae Adams, 37.6 points. You put up a good fight with JT, and Najee had a great game. Mahomes, as always, but wasn't enough for Kelsey's squad this week. Thoughts?
Dude, I was on my way to Evans. It was my birthday celebration this week was just go hang out with Ev, Maddie, and their pup, Goose. All right, just watch some Sunday football. And right before I get in the car, I'm like, all right, let's check fantasy because it's like 1:10. Okay, games have just started, and I have 12 points off the bat from Deontay Johnson, 1 reception, 50 yards, tutter. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get it going. It's my birthday weekend, and the NFL gods are giving me a dub. And just slowly, I mean, that Packers game, I was like, oh no. And the whole time I'm there, Evan's dog is just biting me over and over again. It was just rough. It was a rough day. So Chelsea and Evan kind of ruined my birthday. You
said it was the dog was biting you, and it was a rough day?
Rough.
Food?
Yeah. You're funny, man. You know that?
Oh, got it. Wait, where's my drop? No. Where's my drop? Where's my... George.
What? Oh.
It's your favorite
anyway.
drop. It's your favorite
my
drop.
favorite.
You know I got to throw it in there.
Sure, yeah.
Next game of the week, Collusion Kings defeating Urban Meyer's Marriage, the 0-5 Urban Meyer's Marriage, just like the Jags. 156.6 to 130.35. This was a close game until Monday night also because Mark Andrews spots 40+, Marquise Brown 30+. Despite Derek's valiant effort with his name buddy Derrick Henry with 31 points, it just was not enough. Yeah, I remember Evan texted the group. He was like, guys, are you watching this matchup? And I almost texted back. I was like, no, Evan, but I'm so intrigued on like, give us an update. But I didn't. It was too snarky. But
dude, I feel so bad for Derek.
I know.
Like, how heartbreaking would that have been? Oh.
Well, and I've heard
Yeah.
stories of people who, because the game was terrible until the second half, right?
Yeah.
So
it was a
I've
big
heard
fourth quarter
stories
game.
of people that went to bed at halftime up by 40, 50 points. And then they wake up the next morning and they lost by 0.5 because of the second half.
Yeah.
Just absolutely insane. It's I can't imagine. And finally, the game of the week. Look at my Staffy victorious again over Stat Padford, 164.45 to 136.95. Josh Allen keeps having a game. Mike Williams keeps having games. Is Mike Williams the new number one in LA?
I mean, at this point.
Well, if you're looking at the targets, they're actually pretty close. But looking at the number of actual receptions, it's Mike Williams. It's insane how where did he get drafted in our league?
It was
he drafted
10th or 11th round.
I was looking here, the 11th round. That's insane
I was
value.
so in on him in draft season, and I was so bummed I didn't get him. And this is why, because he's just so talented. And the Chargers, man, golly, they're going to be a problem for my Chiefs this year because they're good. They're just that offense is so good. They go for it on fourth down so much too. Mm-hmm. It's unreal.
I love it.
Yeah, it makes it exciting, right?
Fun.
I think it's great too. Let's take a look at the standings in the East. The 5-0, only undefeated team, 5-0. Look at my Staffies sitting on top. Collusion Kings coming in at second in the East at 3-2, also tied with Hyde and Zeke at 3-2, third place. Fourth place, Dak Chubb Show at 1-4, and Urban Meyer's Marriage in the dumpster at 0-5. Poor Derek. I think Derek. Okay, no, he doesn't. He has. Okay, so he has the 9th most points for. So it's it's tough to defend that. I'm sorry, Derek. Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
In the West, this is we were talking about this before the show. I think the West, we're just going to beat up on each other, and it's some of us won't make the playoffs because it's brutal. It's tough in the streets because look at this. We've got a 3-way. At least record tie for another one. I know that's the second one this show.
Don't tell Taylor.
3-way tie, but of course the points for matter. So in first place it's Never Too Latener at 3-2. Stat Padford in second at 3-2. Hashtag 2-time at 3-2 in third place, and then only one game back. Fourth place Teddy Brewskis and Herbert and Gibson, also one game back at 2-3. So it is tight in the West. Always.
I do want to say, by the way, that looking here at the playoff projections, not projections, but the playoff percentage, I believe that Kevin has clinched a playoff spot. Is that correct? It currently says playoff percentage 100%.
So I don't believe ESPN. I think that's simply a projection, and it's not actually a lock.
Yeah, it's
because
not a fact.
Because theoretically he could lose the rest of the games for the year and not make playoffs. So it's not 100% chance that. Yeah, that's ESPN, and we'll have our own projections.
I have 91%, and I just really wanted to be like, ooh, I might make
you
the
just wanted to
playoffs
feel
this
good
year.
about yourself. Yeah. No, we'll have on our website. We'll have playoff projections after week 10 showing up there. Those are at least a little bit closer to accuracy in terms of
Joe, your stats guys are better than ESPN's?
Yeah, they tried to hire me, but
you can take Shefty's job soon.
Oh gosh.
You should put that in your bio too.
Yeah, no, I have it listed on my resume for auditions that I take. It's on there. Looking at the East-West Bowl. Ooh, boys, it's close. It's very close. The West is winning 11-10. Points for. This is interesting. The West has 2,725.4 points in East-West games. The East has 2,782.2 points. So the East is winning in points for. However, we go by record, and then points for is the tiebreaker.
So that's got to be me. Like I got to be. I'm
So,
representing the West here
Pooj-
by barely scoring and still winning.
Pooj, you are 3-1 in East-West games, though. But you do.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But you have the least amount of, or you have the second least.
No, I have
amount
the
of
least. I have
points.
the least.
No, in East-West Bowl games.
Oh, okay,
You have
okay.
the second least points for.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm. Yeah.
But I mean,
You're welcome, I
if
guess,
We look
yeah.
if we look at Kevin, though, I mean, this is just insane. Because he's 5-0, and all those games are East-West Bowl games, and he has 740.3 points in those games.
Wow.
Which means like nobody else is even. There's one other team in 600s. Everybody else is like 500s and below.
Kev's team's an absolute wagon.
So
There's no stopping that crew.
It is a dump truck, man. It's just going. It's just going. Oh boy! All right, let's look at some new power rankings this week, boys.
Power Rankings. Hooah.
Brand new set of power rankings from 10 to 1, from the bottom to the top. Starting with Derek down at 10 at 0-5. I think this was a consensus pick.
He fought valiantly, but couldn't overcome. So
Derek, I did have your back on this. I tried to take the last spot on purpose. Historically, I do tremendously well when I'm put in last place. Typically, I actually just win the league those years. So I was looking to get that 10th spot, but it didn't work out. I'm sorry, bud.
Sorry, not close enough.
see you on
You
Saturday.
did get the 9 spot, though, Pooch. You're in at 9.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I deserve it mightily.
Fair enough. You
Terrible.
are 3-2, but yeah, points for have been.
Yeah, I don't deserve that either.
Struggle.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're-
I kind of feel like Evan in college. Like I really don't deserve all the success I've gotten.
You're skipping class too much, right?
I knew Taylor would like that one.
Can we get a?
I'm here. Wait, let me quote. Hey, in fantasy football, Joe, and maybe you remember this. I'm stuck. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh. Do you remember? Okay, so we go into the dorms. This is freshman year theory class. We try to wake Evan up. Turns out he is awake.
Oh yes.
And we're like, dude, come to class. And he goes, I'm stuck. We're like, what do you mean stuck? Like physically? He was like, spiritually. Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, so.
Okay,
Evan,
you know
me.
what? Just for that, just for Evan, we haven't heard this all year yet, but this is just for you, Ev.
Oh?
That's for your wow.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Too good not to share. Coming in at 8 is Marshall. He's 1-4, which is significantly well. I guess it's only 1 game difference between. No, it's 2 game differences between you and Marshall, Pooch.
Yeah,
but
like we should be switched.
Marshall's
Yeah.
had some good games, just on the wrong side of playing high scorers that week and stuff. Tim coming in at 7. I think the trade is probably what put him down here. Taylor's giving us an approval a negative approval.
I'm giving a
Disapproval?
thumbs down. To
A positive
Big thumbs down.
disapproval.
A positive disapproval for
the situation.
Tim's play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Myself coming in at 6, which I feel like I should be lower because it's just been rough right now.
I
for
think
Brewski.
is this the lowest you've ever been in like power rankings? Has been number 6.
Oh,
It's gotta be.
I don't know. I've been 2 and
It's
3 in the
got-
league before, though. I think I've been 2 and 4.
Yeah, but you're probably still second place in your power rankings.
No.
This is probably the lowest you've been.
No. I'm a realist, Pooch.
No, you're actually not a realist. You actually downplay your team and the Kansas City Chiefs more than... And maybe what's coming is what's happened to the Chiefs this year. Maybe your team does actually suck. Maybe CMC doesn't play this week.
So you're saying the Chiefs suck?
Joe, I want to do a prop bet with you.
Okay.
CMC doesn't play this week. Okay?
Yeah.
What
This
do you
isn't
think-
a prop bet. This is because. Okay, continue. I'll hear it.
What is your total fantasy scoring this week if CMC doesn't play?
Oh, it's probably like 110, 115.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you take the over on 110?
Maybe.
Do you take the over on 110?
I would take the under on 110, honestly. Like 110, 115
wow.
is being optimistic.
See what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't see what you're saying.
You just, You're looking for us to say that your team's better.
No, not at all. My team's a garbage pile right now.
Wow.
It has not been great from injuries. If I had my guys back, though, we'd be. I'm pulling an Evan.
Yeah.
I'm pulling an Evan here. If injuries didn't exist, my team would be the best. So, quoting from Evan.
You're not just quoting Evan there. I think Derek was actually like, "Hey, wait, is Evan actually the best manager in league history?" Was that in the group chat that he said that, or was that somewhere else?
Oh, I don't know.
It was like you've got the most all the accolades.
It was somebody, yeah.
Yeah, he has all the stats. Derek was totally hyping up Evan. I was like, man. I was just going to say something Jim said. So go ahead.
Kelsey coming in at 5 in the power rankings. Turning around, things are turning around for Kelsey. He's had some good games. I think the Justin Herbert play is starting to come to fruition. Looking good for Kelsey. Thomas coming in at 4. I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit disappointed about this. But it's simply because the top 3 teams we felt pretty strongly on. I think Taylor may have disagreed with the 2 and 3 split here. Maybe I'm just making things up. We had Taylor at 3, Evan at 2, Kevin at 1. Obviously, Kevin's at 1. Pooj and I had Evan at number 2. Taylor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you had yourself at 2 and Evan at 3. But majority came through for Evan there.
Mm-hmm. I did have that because if he did not have Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown scoring 70 points, I think we'd be looking at his team a lot differently. But the fact that he ended up rattling off this W, I mean, I don't know. To me, he's still like a 2 and 3 team. Is kind of a mess at the quarterback position now that his boy Russell Wilson's out. I think that I like Eckler a lot. Aaron Jones has been actually kind of disappointing. He did have that 40-point game, but ever since then he's been very disappointing. I really like DJ Moore, but I think that my squad has more firepower. And then I just want to pull this up. And again, I know that people might think that ESPN does not mean anything, but currently on the final standing projections, you've got number 1, Kevin, of course, absolutely loaded. Oh, look at that. Number 2, my squad. And then all the way down in, guess what spot that Evan is currently sitting in?
6.
8. He's in the 8th. He's in the 8th spot. So
that's surprising to me.
He's down there. So I think I believe in my team a little bit more. This is a little chip on my shoulder. I did win the head-to-head game versus Evan, so I have myself a number 2. But if y'all wanna disrespect, then that's fine. I'll allow it.
All right. I'm going to allow it too because I think we're right and you're wrong too. But that's just me. All right, let's jump into some matchups.
Nice.
Matchup preview.
All right, boys and girls. It's a new week, week 6.
Are there girls? Do we have
any students? Like any of people's students?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think
not.
boys might be the appropriate call here.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to.
I don't know if I think my sister listens occasionally.
All right. So then just
we're all inclusive here. We're all inclusive.
Yeah. All right. First game of the week. Dak Chubb Show taking on Urban Meyer's Marriage. 1 win between them. Derek hoping for his first win. And currently, I'm sorry, Derek, I didn't mean to.
I feel so bad for laughing.
Derek and Marshall. This is the worst thing because I know karma's going to get me here, and I just hate it. I didn't mean for that. Well, whatever. It's fine.
It was so enthusiastic.
Currently, I'll say this. Derek's projected to win by 1, but I don't know if lineups have been changed yet, so who knows.
Dude,
and he just got...
Tyreek's dropping 50.
He just got...
Tyreek's going to drop 50.
I mean, it's possible. But he got Tom Brady and Jamar Chase to throw in the lineup this week. Could be a little bit different for Derek's squad. Going up against Dak Prescott and Tyreek Hill, though, that's always a little bit scary.
That's scary. Yeah.
A little bit scary. Next game, Herbert and Gibson taking on Hyde and Zeke. Ooh.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to that
Kelsey is projected to win by 8 points, but I don't know if Diggs has been put in Tim's lineup yet. This is going to be a good battle because it's like Justin Herbert versus Lamar Jackson, right? Devontae Adams versus Stephon Diggs. I think it's going to be fun to watch some kind of firepower names in here. I'm guessing Kelsey is hoping that Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert stack starts to pay off for him. Because that would be quite big for him. Next game of the week. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 2 rivalry games this week.
Yeah, we do.
Taylor. Stat Padford taking on It's Never Too Latener. Wow, I just blew right past this. 137.4 is your projected score against Thomas's 128.9. Now, did you talk about this last week? Because I don't remember you guys talking about this on the pod.
It was not on the horizon. I was too busy concentrating on defeating you, Joe. I take things 1 week at a time, but now we're on to Cincinnati, on to Thomas's. I bet I'd probably call him on Sunday. We're on the phone for like 5.5 hours, like we normally do.
I bet that too.
So he's starting Matthew Stafford, and you have Cooper Kupp. Walk us through this. What's your
my feeling here?
Yeah, are you nervous?
Because I also have Daryl Henderson. So I feel like unless Stafford all of a sudden really wants to go to like Van Jefferson or
Robert Woods again,
or Deshaun Jackson.
Woods was popping off last week.
Yeah, I guess.
Who's just brushed right over that Deshaun Jackson comment. Okay.
Yeah, screw you, Joe. All right.
But yeah, I like my chances here. The one thing I don't like right now is Hawkinson. Hawkinson's started off so strong, but now has been giving me absolutely nothing. The scary thing is really the targets, just not getting targeted as much. But I think that's partially because there's like 3 injured. It seems like the Lions keep having this is the number 1 receiver, gets injured. All right, our next number 1 receiver, injured. And that kind of keeps happening. So I think Hawkinson's been needing to block a lot more. So I'm hopeful that as some of these people come back off the, the IR and such, that Hawkinson can get back in the game.
Well, I think Hawk was dealing with something too, and now he's back to full strength. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's kind of been a bummer to see that. I was hawk and bothered for him this season. And kind of
what?
Yeah, kind of taking a downturn right now. Next rivalry game, Pooj. Hashtag time, taking on the Teddy Brewskis. You and me duking it out here.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be great.
This is blowing my mind though, because Patrick Mahomes is projected for 29 points. That's a lot.
What about that? Yeah, and he actually, I don't know, man. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about your team.
Well, right now you're projected.
Your Chiefs.
I'm projected to win by 1 point, basically 1 point, but that's basically only if Christian McCaffrey actually plays, and he's
Can
a
I
game
just
time
can I
decision.
just say something right now? I'm going to say something right now. Okay, this has bothered me since last season. I need to pull it up and I'll post it somewhere. Actually, I probably already have posted it in the league Facebook page, but which makes it sound like Taylor. I don't know if you get this. If you bring up Facebook around students, it's like AARP's in session. Like they treat me like I'm a senior citizen because Instagram's the only thing now.
Wait,
apparently.
really? Oh, that's wild,
dude. They don't have Facebook.
Really?
They don't have Facebook. Yeah. But Tim is obsessed with projected score and treats it as the truth. And do you not understand that every week that is wrong? By a lot. So, yes, but also, if CMC comes back, I'm dead. If he doesn't, I've got a shot. CMC is a monster. He could put up 20 at the half with no touchdowns. We've seen it happen. First game this season. I'm worried, and they need him.
Yeah.
So
I need him.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
If he doesn't play, then I that's another loss for me, honestly. He's a focal point to my team.
And I had a combined 4 targets between Thielen and Deontay Johnson.
I'll trade for Deontay.
I just no, you won't. Not anymore. I'm keeping him. He's my wide receiver 1 now. He's a monster.
Well,
because even with what 2 to 4 targets, he had 17, 18 points. I love this guy.
We'll talk.
But
we'll talk.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk. All right. How about the game of the week? Evan versus Kevin. The rivals or the game of the one dropped.
You good?
Consonant.
Okay.
Evan Kevin.
What?
Yeah, because if you drop the K from Kevin, it's Evan.
Sure.
Oh, wow. Come on. Come on. All right.
We're struggling here.
Kevin projected to win by 6 points. This is the game of the week. I think Kevin's been in the last 2 games of the week, or 3 maybe. He just keeps winning. So, I don't know. Evan texted me earlier today. He's like, how do I beat Kevin this week? And I texted him back. And I was like, I think it's bye week for one of Kevin's players. Also, I saw that Kevin started OBJ, and that's a recipe for disaster. So, I think Evan may have a shot. We just need someone to bring down the only undefeated team left in the league.
I've got a hot take here. Again, happy birthday, Kev. But if there's, and I've got like a power rankings of sorts for this. But Kevin is my number 1 person who I want to win a title if it's not me. Do you guys have this?
No.
Or do you guys not have this? Mine in order, the top 2 I'll tell you. Kevin, Marshall.
I would say Marshall would be my top.
Yeah, I'm rooting for those guys, okay? Obviously, I'm rooting for me way more than that. But, like, I'm rooting for Kev to just give... I hope he just demolishes Evan. Love you, Ev. But I hope he just thrashes it.
Who's in your last place? Who's your nemesis that if they win?
We know the answer to that. Yeah, it's
me.
easily Joe. It's so easily Joe, it's not even funny. Yeah. Although, like, really close to that might be Evan, because, like, it would all this talk about how all he needs is, like, a season where he doesn't have any injuries, which it's like he doesn't know all of us have injuries every year. I don't know where he's. Yeah,
no,
the
it's only him.
on.
It's only him that has the injuries.
To be fair, he's the only one that's stuck. But yeah, like it's unbelievable. It's like he thinks nobody else is injured. I can't wait for him to hear this too. He's gonna be absolutely.
Oh gosh! All right, let's take a look at Pigskin Pick'em. In first place, Taylor, 45-35. Pretty good, man. You're holding it down. It's only because I didn't fill out my picks last week. Nathan Frost in second place at 43-37.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's pause here.
Pause for station identification.
Joe, you go hard after Thomas for not filling out his Pigskin Pick'em, and then you turn around and do the same thing. I mean, what are we doing here?
To my defense, it was 1 week. To Thomas's, like 3 or 4.
2 weeks.
All right. No, it was more than that. He only has 160 points. He's filled out for 30 games. I've filled out for 64.
Okay, fair.
Okay, you have like 2 more weeks than him.
I've doubled up. Yeah, so at least 2 more weeks, if not 3.
Yeah.
So
Pooja,
I will say, Thomas, I will take your slander. I put it on you, and I didn't fill it out last week. So.
You don't have a choice. You're gonna take a slander.
Oh, I know.
That's the way of the Thomas. Yeah.
Rowan Weirda coming in at third place at 41-38. Ethan Shantz in fourth place at 40-30, and a big another 3-way tie for fifth place with TJ Malema, Eli Lake, and myself. Let's see the most right this past week. Let's see if I can get it pulled up here. Looks like it was the Titans over the Jags. No surprise there. Rams over Seahawks was also a pretty popular one. The most wrong, though, you ready for this, was the Bears covering against the Raiders. The Bears winning against the Raiders, so of course they covered.
That's fair.
Everybody picked the Raiders.
Totally
and
fair.
the Bears won. Oh yeah. I mean, what's going on in Chicago right now? It's pretty bad. All right.
Yeah.
Pooch. You got a
What?
Lock It Don pick for us this week? What do you got for us?
I do, but I forgot what it was.
I got
Hold
you.
on.
It's in the doc. You want me to tell it to you?
Yeah. No, I'm pulling up the doc right now. Let's pretend that this wasn't said. Are we right here where you highlighted? Thank you, Anonymous Rhino.
That would
All
be
right.
Taylor. I think he's the Anonymous Rhino.
You're the Rhino?
Yeah, you're the Anonymous Liger.
What am I?
Oh.
I'm next to outro. I'm a Liger?
You're a Liger, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Again, no comment. All right, so, I got bills to cover. I put just Bill. Hold on, just for me, I'm changing.
Wait, so
Bill William is gonna cover. Yeah, so I got the bills to cover -5.5. A la FanDuel. Bills to cover -5 to sponsor me. -5.5 against the Titans at the Titans. I think they got it. I mean, just a high-powered offense, and I'm looking. You know what, Tay? I'll set up a prop bet with you about Stephon Diggs, fantasy points and or just receiving yards in general for this week. If you want to set up a little text message thing about that. But yeah, I think Stephon does something this week.
I like it. I
think it's got to happen. Yeah.
Pooch's pick brought to you by FanDuel. # not a sponsor.
Please sponsor me.
I picked the Cowboys taking on the Patriots here. Cowboys are favored by -4.5. Games in Foxborough, but I think the Seaboys are for real this year. I think they're going to obliterate the Pats. I think they'll definitely cover.
Yeah.
They'll win, cover, at least a touchdown here. Tay, what do you got for us?
I've got here, I went back and forth. I ended up finalizing this one. I've got Broncos -3.5 at the Raiders. I think with the Raiders' obvious coaching change, and I don't think the Broncos are that bad. Teddy Bridgewater, now out of concussion protocol. I got the Broncos winning here by, my guess is a touchdown, but I think they'll cover that 3.5 spread.
I like it. And now, Big Tay's big upset of the week, baby. Taylor, you're 3 and what are you, 4-1 or 3-2 here on the season?
I think I'm 3-2 here.
Nice. All right, what's the upset this week, brother?
I don't know how I feel about it. You guys were cheering me on before the podcast.
We kind of talked you into it.
Yeah, you're like, keep it, Taylor. It's okay. But I have Jacksonville. They're +3.5 here. I'm going to take Jacksonville. It's in Jacksonville. They're playing Miami. I don't think Miami's any good. I'm going to go Jacksonville. The duel in Florida, crosstown rivalry. But I'm going to take Jacksonville. I don't know necessarily if they win outright and Urban Meyer gets his first NFL win, but I think they'll be within 3. It'll be tight. It'll be a dirty game.
Yeah, that's like one I don't want to watch. This sounds like one of those nasty Thursday night games that you're thankful it's only on the NFL Network and not like Fox, so you don't have to watch it, That's what this sounds like to me, but it's a Sunday game. All right, Pooch. You mentioned something earlier about the draft, about something you had to get off your chest, just anything. The floor is yours, my friend.
I absolutely don't remember that. It could also be because this mammoth is now empty. But
wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I think I got what I had to say off my chest. Kev, I'm rooting for you, bud. All right. To the entire league, I'm sorry that I'm last in points for and just absolutely thrashing you all. But Joe, I'm gonna give you this, and this is like a birthday present to you.
Oh no, okay? I'm not ready for this. Okay,
it's a birthday present, but it's also kind of a backhanded present. Okay,
it always is.
If I win this year, I fully acknowledge that it's an asterisk year, like 100%. I should not be 3-2. I should not be winning right now at all. My team sucks. I don't know what's happening. Marshall right here with the powerhouse team. Like, his squad, I love his squad on fantasy. And he struggled to put up 100 against me. Like, I'm getting lucky with these matchups. And then he put up 168 the next week. That's crazy. So, Joe, this is my asterisk year. But also if I lose. All right, cool, that's all I got.
Oh, gosh, I love it. That's what I like to hear.
It's all love, brother.
That's what I like to hear. All right, boys. That's all. Oh, it's just boys this time. Boys and girls. Taylor, just for you. That's all we got for you this week on the pod. We'll be back next week for another fun episode. Thanks for tuning in. Pooch, thanks for coming on. Tay, good to see you as always. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Bands Make Her Dance Fantasy Football League podcast.